Welcome, everyone. Courtside with two ex-NBA stars, Grant Hill and Brent Barry. I'm Brian Anderson. We've got Allie LaForce on the sidelines tonight as well. And it's the Pistons to start out. Not watching the line there. That'll be a backcourt violation. And we're expecting an intense battle in the front court tonight, Grant. Both teams with a lot of talent in those positions.
You know, B.A., it'll be an interesting matchup here with the talent and size of their front court. It should make this game extra challenging for these squads. They can't just count on being the dominant force down low. They'll have to get a little creative.
Here's the pick. Pass to Duncan. And for some reason, he decided to foul there.
Yeah, B.A., that's an odd move. Maybe there's something else behind it. You don't want to stop the clock right there. I'm not quite sure what he was thinking.
Here's Bryant inside. Count it. Good.
Coming out swinging and hitting the game's first bucket.
Well, for us, it'll be interesting. Can they keep that kind of pace up all game long?
Pass to Kerr. Over to the wing. Stolen. In transition, here they come. Oh, and there's the whistle on the shot. So 2 free throws for him coming up. It's on Jrue Holiday. Well, Brent, for this Milwaukee organization, how big was keeping Giannis?
Well, B.A., could you just give me another synonym for massive? I'll take all of them. Because obviously, it's all about Giannis, and the title in 2021 helped big time to keep him in Milwaukee. But imagine if they lost him and went back to square one. You just don't replace guys who are this special.
And Kerr gets it to go.
How about Jrue Holiday? Unselfish, team-first player. Love that from the guard position.
It's stolen by Johnson. Blows the alley-oop. Pass to Duncan. Takes the 3. That one's good. And the assist to Bryant.
Well, Duncan had time as the ball was swinging around on the perimeter to set himself up for the J. If he's got room to shoot, he's going to make the defense look foolish.
Now here's Bane. Looking at his stats, he's putting up about 7.5 per game. Sends it home from three-point land.
These teams are finding the range, showing a lot of confidence.
It seems like they're going to find out who can make the deepest threes. Right now, it's a shootout.
Here's Duncan. Misses from short range. Down low. Here's Johnson. Oh, and Johnson slams it in.
That's the kind of passing you want there. Work the ball around, keep it moving, try to get an assist on every bucket.
Bryant outside. Here's Duncan. And there's the slam dunk to finish it off.
And that's a slam dunk from the big fundamental. You don't want to get in the way when he's throwing it down.
Pass to Kerr. And a little over 2.5 minutes gone here in the first. Clock at 6. Outside Holiday. Offline with a 3.
Ooh, that's a tough break. After poor communication defensively, it leaves him all by himself.
And the reliability of what Jrue Holiday brings to the hardwood, it's about that menacing defense night after night with great hands and great instinct.
I love this approach. Getting him involved early, and it's already paying off.
Well, he's going to just keep going now. That's early confidence for him.
Given his range, you'd expect him to capitalize on that opening.
Well, Brent, after years of being an elite defender, Holiday is finally getting the recognition he deserves.
And the best part of guys like this, B.A., is that ask other guards around the league what it's like to introduce your offensive game to a guy like Jrue Holiday. They will tell you he's one of the best perimeter defenders that you're going to find. Making the easy shots and the tough shots. He's on top of his game.
Stolen by Conley. And now the Pistons in transition. And then Bryant with the dunk.
One of the best two-way points in the world. Conley reads the game just so well.
Pass to Kerr. Back to Bane. Here's Kerr. 6 to shoot. Now here's Bane. Antetokounmpo for 3. And the Bucks miss again. It's Markkanen on the wing. Inside. It's tipped. And so the ball out of bounds. Antetokounmpo touched it last.
Nice deflection there. Really trying to disrupt their offensive flow.
Yeah, appreciate the work right now on the defensive end.
And stolen by Antetokounmpo. 1 second separating the shot clock and the game clock. Pass to Holiday. Back to Antetokounmpo. And here's Holiday. He's guarded by Conley. Here's Duncan. Oh, it would have counted had it fallen, but it is offline. And so it's Detroit closing out this quarter with a 7-point lead. Their key to consistency has been the... Hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. All right, guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown for the Pistons.
In the early goings, their effort level has been exceptional. They're speeding around the defense and opening up options with good penetration.
Sometimes the offense can be keyed by just quick possession. So you get a steal and you can get out in transition. They seem to be very focused on that end of the floor.
Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with Allie LaForce.
Thanks a lot. Well, Giannis Antetokounmpo has won MVPs, Defensive Player of the Year, and a championship. But he says, quote, I am not satisfied. As the leader of this team, that's the tone I set. I don't care about trophies. I care about getting better, and that's what I've done my entire career. Brian, he stays focused.
Nose to the grindstone, Alex. Thanks for that. You know, the point forward is an archetype that by now fans are familiar with. Grant, you were one of the OGs at the point forward. How's that position evolved in your mind?
Well, it's evolved because so many players today have the skill set to be a point forward. Before me, there were guys like Paul Pressey and Scottie Pippen in the 80s and early 90s. But as I said, players today, the skill level is so elite. And with this positionless basketball that we're in, you must have a point forward or two on your team to be successful.
Detroit calls timeout. Here's Sexton. Bryant outside. Let's go with a 3. Ooh, he's looking comfortable now. 3 for 3.
Sexton working the ball to a teammate. That's what you want to see from him.
And last season, the NBA mourned the passing of Hall of Famer Bob Lanier. He played his first decade with the Pistons.
A sad loss for the NBA. Now, he represented them 7 times as an all-star. But for all his greatness on the court, he'll be remembered just as much for the work he did off the court as the league's global ambassador.
Back to Allen. The 3-ball. The rebound by Burks. Pass to Sexton. Noel with it. Back to Burks. Pulls up on the wing. Misses off the right iron.
Oh, can't punish the defense for leaving him open that time. That's a frustrating miss for a really steady jump shooter.
Morris outside. And again, the Pistons missing. Quarter 2 and about 2 minutes in. They've been having major problems offensively.
Definitely in a bit of a dry spell.
Up top, Bryant. He's got 9. Back to Morris. Fires the 3. That shot missing. Milwaukee goes the other way with it. It's off to Utah after this one, where they'll face the Jazz. That'll be the first leg of just a 2-game trip for them. Here we go, one-on-one.
You have to think with this Pistons squad that all eyes are on the future as opposed to the here and now. Young guys focused on reaching their potential.
So where do you see the ceiling for this younger Pistons team as they continue to grow?
You know, B.A., it's always difficult to predict the limits of a team. But as long as they continue to steadily develop, they could become a unit with playoff potential.
And you can tell he's feeling confident right now at the line, and when he's on, he can be lights out.
Out to the right wing. Pass to Hayes. Morris sets a screen. Morris on the wing. Here's the three. Detroit, no good that time either. And the Bucks with possession. Down by 12.
2 minutes remaining in the first half.
Sexton with it. Picked up by Allen. And here's Morris. Connects from downtown. Morris has gotten himself going with a triple. His first basket of the game. Pass to Harris. Back to Carter. Now Allen. He's defended by Hayes. And Allen gets it to go.
One of the more skilled offensive players that is on the floor here tonight. Not an easy fella to hold in check.
Back to Morris. Here's Sexton. Here's Noel. Deflected.
How about the reach from Portis there?
Sexton, that's good.
They really have a commanding lead, not just in points, but in rebounds as well.
Pass to Portis. Now here's Allen. Back to Portis. Fires for three. The rebound by Burks. And here are the Pistons. They're on an 11-3 run. Morris on the wing. The three-pointer off the mark.
This is a rough stretch right here for him offensively. Seems to be rushing shots.
Pass to Allen. There's the three. Rebounded by the Pistons. 2 seconds separating the shot clock and the game clock. And here's Hayes. Back to Morris. Now Hayes. Sexton with it. Hayes with it. Allen defending. 5 on the clock. Hayes misses.
That's their plan, to get him an opportunity to finish in tight. That's a miss they can live with.
That'll do it for the first half. The Pistons on top, up by 15. And we'll be back for the second half following the break. Keep it right here on 2K Sports.
That'll be a Pistons timeout.
And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. Detroit calls timeout. Here's Milwaukee. 15-point game. Pass to Bane. The kick out to Johnson. Out left to the wing. Good chance here for Antetokounmpo. Connects on the 17-footer. Antetokounmpo's got his first points in this one.
You see more and more signs of Giannis being able to knock down shots from the mid-range, and he continues to work on it.
He means business. Unlikely to be a comeback on his watch.
Well, he's grabbed a tee and a blanket because he's putting this one to bed.
You know, for this Bucks team, they seem to play together as well as any team we've seen recently.
Yeah, this team has a bunch of players who complement each other very well. They've got so many different ways that they can play on the floor. That's what makes them so successful. Well, that and Giannis.
Pass to Duncan. And stolen by Holiday. Oh, and a fast break for the Bucks.
Okay, good game plan. Start the second half. 3 of 4 so far from the field.
All right, let's check in with Allie LaForce.
Get up to throw down. And as long as Duncan continues to hit shots like that, you're going to feed the big fellow. One of the most dominant players ever.
Pass to Johnson from outside the arc. That one falls. Nice feed that time from Holiday. Johnson's got 5 now.
The three-point shooting has been on point here in the second half.
Here's Duncan. Antetokounmpo covering. Crafty move. Second shot opportunity. No good on the shot. Milwaukee goes the other way with it. Outside Johnson. Back to Holiday. Pass to Bane. To the left side wing. Shot clock at 6.
Their strong work ethic has been evident on the glass. Really getting after it and being physical.
Duncan gets the 3 ball to go. 17 points in the game.
Well, that equals his 3-point total from the first half. He had 1 before the break, and that's his first 3 of this half.
There's the screen by Johnson. Bane, no good. Boy, Grant, it's obvious who's been in control of this game.
You know, you really have to appreciate their relentlessness.
Just over 2.5 minutes gone by in the second half. Now here's Holiday. Still getting warmed up offensively. No buckets yet in the game from him. Pass to Bane. 6 on the shot clock. Now Holiday. To the middle. Intercepted. Bryant, right side. 4-3. And the Pistons, another 3.
One of the league's better floor generals, really over the last decade. Conley plays with an old-school pass-first mindset.
Pass to Bane. Outside Holiday. Back to Bane. Here's Johnson. The 3. The rebound by Duncan. 1:27 left in the third quarter here. Kicks it out to Bryant. Outside Burks. Here's Duncan. Antetokounmpo covering. Shoots inside. Rejected by Antetokounmpo.
Great defense by Giannis, using his length that time, and that shot had no chance.
To the paint. And the layup is good after a nice lead pass. Antetokounmpo's got 6 in the quarter.
He's not the reason that they're trailing in this one. He's been on his game. It's a few of the other guys that need to pick it up.
Pass to Duncan. He's off on the layup. Offensively, it's been a struggle for him.
Yeah, they need to string together some shots to have any kind of chance.
Now here's Bane. Launches it. The rebound by Duncan. We've got 22 seconds left in the third quarter. Lets the 3 fly. And they'll get another chance. Boy, that foul looked intentional. Not exactly what you'd expect here.
Yeah, I know. It just doesn't make sense given the situation.
Markkanen sets a screen. Jacks up a 3. Oh, what an incredible end to the quarter.
Wow, incredible indeed. Waits until the very last second to let it fly. Woo.
Oh, man, that's got to be frustrating for the defense, too. You just give up momentum like...
And 1 quarter to go in a game that, to this point, has not been an evenly fought contest. Here's Conley. Markkanen outside. Here's Duncan. And there's a 3-second violation. Here's Milwaukee. They trail by 16. Pass to Bane. Three-pointer. It's not going to go for him. Here's Duncan. Oh, got a piece of it. And stolen by Antetokounmpo. And he's going for the oop here. Outside Sexton. To the inside. Here's Duncan. And a foul called on the way up. So he'll take 2 from the free throw line.
Tim Duncan knows a thing or two and how to draw fouls right there, doing some damage. The big fundamental, still getting it done.
And an important part of every team's game, a look at the hustle stats for Detroit.
Yeah, they've collected an impressive number of steals so far, using fast hands to force some turnovers and then scoring on the other end.
And I feel like another part of tonight's game has been the hustle points, getting up and down, getting second chances, getting transition opportunities. They've been fantastic in that area.
Back to Morris. Pass to Burks. Here's Duncan. Oh, and he got fouled on his way up. He'll head to the line to shoot 2. They pinned that one on Giannis Antetokounmpo.
It's been pretty interesting to watch Tim through his career have some struggles from the free throw line and then regain his consistency.
Both good from the line that time.
Got to give a ton of credit to the Bucks front office. Beyond trading for Holiday and, of course, re-signing Giannis, you love how they filled in with those guys around that star power.
And they're up considerably because of their efforts on the glass.
Bryant outside. Pass to Duncan. Burks with it. 5 to shoot. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Pistons will retain possession. Well, Brent, seems like every year the Bucks have to replace a key rotation player.
Yeah, and tricky because they don't have the financial wherewithal to spend a ton of money with the contracts that have been given out. So it's about the right fit, the right personnel, and I think front office and coaching staff do a great job of identifying who those players are.
To the paint. Pass to Bane. Outside Holiday. And here is Antetokounmpo. Burks for 3. And the Pistons, another 3.
When you let a team knock down that many threes, you know you're likely to be on the wrong side of a run.
Poke loose. Here's Duncan. Antetokounmpo covering. Pass to Burks. Beyond the arc. He buries it from 3.
And what's working here? Each guy is willing to make the next pass.
To the middle. Here's Antetokounmpo. Blocked!
That's an awesome defensive display by Duncan there, coming up with the block and aggressively sending that one back.
And another inductee into the 2022 Hall of Fame, All-Star Tim Hardaway. Brent, you were a teammate of his for a little while. Any recollections?
BA, if I go back to Tim Hardaway, I don't think about my time in Miami, which was a cup of coffee for me. I go back to my college days, and I had the chance to go home to the Bay Area and be in Oakland in the summertime. And Chris Mullin, Mitch Richmond, and one Tim Hardaway Hall of Famer invited me into that gym to work out in the summer. So you talk about a genuine thrill to be on the summer floor with Run TMC. What a treat.
Knocks it down from distance.
Defensive mix-up there. He's the last guy you want to leave open. And you can see how scary this team can be when everything is clicking for them. Just a terrific performance for the Pistons.
And it was a big-time performance across the board. They looked like they were having...
Oh, I would love to see Giannis in the dunk contest. Wouldn't that be sweet?
Pass to Sexton. One minute left in the fourth quarter of this one. Shot left block. Tried to bank it in, but it misses. And the Bucks with the possession here. And it's Antetokounmpo off the drive. It's rebounded by Morris. This is why you want ball movement and player movement.
And that's made it hard for the defense to key in on any one individual.
Here's Milwaukee. Out to the wing. Stolen by Burks. And the shot counts. He's fouled, and it's a chance for a three-point play.
At the line for the Pistons.
Free throw good. Bryant. Now Antetokounmpo. Pass to Holiday. Portis with it. Guarded by Morris. Outside Holiday. And there's the lob. Ooh, Morris with a steal. And so it's Detroit easily grabbing this one. To walk into enemy territory and deliver a performance like that, that says a lot about this squad.
They really came in looking confident and didn't let anything